In today's video, I'm going to show you the absolute fastest and easiest way to create a virtual tour of any space. This might have taken hours of work in the past, but now using this camera and a smartphone app, I think you should be able to photograph a house and create the online listing in less than 30 minutes. Let me show you how this works. The camera I'm going to be using today is the Ricoh Theta X. This camera has two different lenses that shoots 180 degrees on each side, and then it automatically stitches together a 60 megapixel image. Now, normally when you're taking pictures, you'd put your camera on a tripod. I have this on a light stand, and I've made it very narrow because we're gonna be shooting 360 degrees. I don't wanna be able to see my actual tripod sticking out down here. Ricoh does sell a monopod with little bitty feet that's made for this, but if you have a light stand, this will work. What I'm gonna do is place this in the middle of my living room here. Now, we could take all of the pictures from the camera itself, but I'm actually going to use my iPhone and the Theta Tours app here. Now, the main benefit of using this app is that you can control the camera from around a corner so that you're not in the shot, but more importantly, when you use this app, you're actually building the 3D tour as you're taking each photograph. The Ricoh Tour app also has special settings for architectural photography, so photographs of homes will look better when they're taken through this app rather than manually taken on the camera itself. On this page here, you can set the tour name and add the address and location and everything. I'm just going to call it F-Stoppers and click Done. And then here, we can click Ricoh Theta for uploading images. It's going to connect wirelessly over to our camera here. Now, if you just want to create a simple, quick tour like I'm about to show you, it's totally free. You don't have to have a pro account. But if you want a more feature-filled tour, you can upgrade to the pro account, and they have this crazy deal right now. They will give you a Theta SC2 and a tripod totally for free. And if you want to upgrade to the Theta X or the Theta Z1, they have discounts on those as well if you sign up for this pro account. I'm going to put the links in the description. So at this point here, we can see our camera and we can actually look around, and you can see there I am right there, recording myself. Now, you may be wondering how high the camera needs to be. I'm 6'1". I started doing test shots at eye height, but when I went back and looked at the shots, I felt like it was awkwardly high. At least that's the way it felt when I looked at the images. So I've lowered it quite a bit. It's probably below 5 feet now. I have it around chest height. And when I look back at these shots, I think they look the best. So all I have to do now is hit the shutter button. It's going to automatically expose for us. It's going to take multiple images. It's going to create an HDR image, which does retain some detail in the windows, which is nice. On this next screen here, it's going to ask us to label the photograph. I'm going to call it living room and then click add next photo. All right, we're literally 25% done already. I'm going to pick up the camera. Let's move into the kitchen. Remember that although we're taking 360-degree images, framing does matter because the way you have the image framed up when you take it is the way that your clients are going to see it when they first open the image. So make sure that you have a good frame before you take the photo. So I've tried to center up the camera here with my sink, and I feel like that's going to give us a nice composition. Let's go ahead and step off to the side and take this photograph. So I'm just going to hit shoot. And again, on this screen here, I'm just gonna type in kitchen and add next photo. Now let's move this over to the dining room here. So I think this is a nice composition here. It shows the table and then it shows the furniture in the back there. Once again, I'm just gonna hide around the corner and we will press shoot. And we will call this dining room. So let's go into this really small bathroom. I would never normally shoot a bathroom this small, but with a 360-degree camera, it's very easy to do. And we'll just step out of the room here. And once again, let's shoot it. And we will just call this bathroom. All right, let's take a look at what we've shot here. Within the app, we can click on living room. It will automatically pan slowly through the shot, or I can use my finger and I can pan around myself and see the entire space. I can click these arrow buttons here and it's going to take me to the next shot. So here's the kitchen. Moving on, this is the dining room, and then the small half bath is the final shot that we took here. And here's the coolest part. As we were taking all of the pictures and naming them, it's automatically uploading everything to the cloud. So I could actually share this instantaneously. I can click on View Tour down here in the bottom right, and it's going to take me to a website. And this website is already shareable. I can click this share button here, I can grab the link, send it to anybody I want, and we can go through each one of these shots one by one. It's automatically going to pan just like it does in the app, or I can use my finger to pan around. Now, if you want to take things further, you can go back into the app and add a floor plan. And then from there, you can add the location where each one of these photographs was taken from. You can also add clickable items with descriptions in every single photograph. You can also go to the Details tab and add information about the house, and that will also show up in the listing. The bottom line is that you can make this tour as simple or as complicated as you want, and you can tailor it to each individual client or how much you're getting paid for each individual job. Now, when you create an account and you create a tour on your phone, it's also going to show up in your account on Rico360.com/tours. And if you go there and you click on details, you can actually get it to write your listing paragraph for you automatically using AI. It's going to use all of the data you plugged in, and you can see here that it's important that you use the address of the home for the title, because I set mine to F-stoppers, it's calling the home F-stoppers. But other than that, it does a really good job of writing this text. Once you take these 360-degree photos, you can export 2D photos from any portion of these 360-degree shots. So basically, while you're creating this virtual tour, you can also be taking the photographs for the listing as well. And what's also super cool, if we slide back over to the app and we click on Analytics, this app will actually keep track of how many views that listing has gotten. I personally have never used an app that has been so automatic, so quick, and can all be done from a cell phone before. So this for me is a total game changer. Once again, if you're trying to create a simple tour like I just did, you don't have to pay for any account at all. But if you are considering upgrading to that pro account, it's worth doing it right now because you're going to get that free camera and tripod. Check it out in the links below. Now, years ago when I was trying to become a professional photographer, I did any job that came my way, and I started shooting a lot of real estate photography. Virtual tours was just starting to come on the scene, but it was still a very complicated process. You had to buy an extremely expensive camera. Taking the photographs was slow, editing the photographs was slow, and then creating the actual tour and the web page for clients to see was a very expensive and time-consuming process. For all of those reasons, I never got into virtual tours. It felt like something that you really had to specialize in the past. That's not the case anymore, and if you're already shooting real estate photography, why wouldn't you go out and buy a camera like this and just have it in your bag? You can offer it to your clients as an option. If you want to, just charge a few $100 for it, but I guarantee you there are clients out there that would pay $1,000 for this service. The other thing that I've learned about the real estate market is that in many cases, the realtor is passing on your cost to the actual homeowner. So you can go to realtors and say, hey, I'll do a virtual tour of your homes for $500 or $1,000, but then you can go to your clients and charge them $750 or $1,250 for it. They're gonna jump all over that because hiring you will actually make them money. I believe real estate photography is one of the easiest genres of photography to get into because there are always homes selling. There are also new realtors opening businesses every single day, and if you can just be the first photographer that they hear of, I guarantee they will hire you. If you're considering getting into architectural photography, check out our tutorial series called Where Art Meets Architecture. We've teamed up with Mike Kelly, who's literally one of the most famous architectural photographers in the world, and we go through every single detail of photographing both homes and commercial buildings. You can learn all about these tutorials at fstoppers.com/store.